Well, welcome back. The city of Houston is turning 175, and this weekend there's a whole list of activities celebrating this big milestone. Joining us this morning, Minette Basil with the Cultural Affairs Department of the Mayor's Office. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning to you.
Thanks for coming in this early. We do appreciate it. How did you come up with this sort of idea to celebrate in these different aspects of the city?
About a year ago, we suddenly realized we were on the edge of the 175th birthday of the city of Houston, and what could we do to educate our own Houstonians about the value of its history? So about a dozen organizations got together and decided to do exhibitions on varying topics pertaining to Houston's history. And those include transportation, architecture, government, the arts, sports, medicine, and they're in different venues throughout the city.
And that's sort of where this came through, this history crawl you can take part of this weekend. That's really interesting.
Well, it's going to be really fun. Today is the actual day of the history crawl where 9 venues will be open. You can go online and find the actual locations at houston175.org. 6 of the locations will be downtown, and we'll have a trolley that will circulate for those 6 locations in downtown. All of this is free of charge.
And it's self-guided?
It's self-guided, but there will be people in the locations to tell you about the different exhibitions.
Okay, so we're talking about the tunnels and different places downtown.
City Hall will have the exhibition on government, and it'll trace the Houston's history from its early foundings in 1836 up to the present. So it's got some great images of our history.
And kind of tying also into this sort of Halloween season that we're in, there's also a cemetery tour?
Yes, tomorrow we have a cemetery crawl of 4 of Houston's oldest cemeteries. 3 of them are on the West Dallas corridor between downtown and Shepherd. One of them is Founders Cemetery, where some of our earliest founders of the whole state of Texas are actually buried. It's one of the oldest cemeteries in the state. Not many people realize that that's here in Houston. The other is College Park Cemetery, which is close to Shepherd on West Dallas. And that cemetery is an African-American cemetery that has Reverend Jack Yates buried in it, and his family, which he was one of the early pioneers of Freedmanstown and leaders in the community here in Houston.
This is awesome, definitely. Today from 10 to 5, you can take part in a history crawl. Tomorrow, of course, the historic cemetery tour from noon to 4. And we did mention it's houston175.org for more information. Also, a hot button on Click to Houston is where you need to go as well. Minette, thanks so much for coming in. Do appreciate it.
Thank you. Happy 175th.
Thank you.